What's up, sports fans? I'm Patrick Chalvire. The Spurs back at home tonight against the Phoenix Suns, but tip-off began without one of their top players. Forward Kawhi Leonard pulled from tonight's game due to gastroenteritis. This is Leonard's first miss after starting 31 games of the season. Kyle Anderson started in his place. To the AT&T Center we go. First quarter, Tony Parker's going to get the ball back. He's got Tyson Chandler, so he's going to take it up the middle past his outstretched arms. Close game to the start of the first quarter, 14-11, but the Suns will come back. Dragan Bender with the steal, but past midcourt, but he's going to shovel back to Knight, and Knight tells him, you know what, big man, finish what you started. The one-handed dunk on Gasol. Close game at the half, but at this point, LaMarcus Aldridge getting into offense as well, finishing with the floater. Close game in the half. Suns lead it 64-58 in the half, but the Spurs will pour it on in the second half. That game's already a final. Spurs take the win 119-98. LaMarcus Aldridge finishing with a game-high 27 points. Now in college football, the Aggies struggled to end off the regular season, but they're hoping to come out on top against an old Big 12 foe in the Advocare V100 Texas Bowl. The Aggies making it 8 straight seasons in a bowl game. That's the longest streak in school history. The Aggies taking on the Kansas State in Houston. That's the first meeting between the two since 2011. Aggies quarterback Trevor Knight already with a touchdown and interception in this one. Running back Keith Ford with a touchdown of his own. That game still going on already in the third quarter. Aggies trailing this one 23-14. And the Miami Hurricanes also bowling tonight. The first bowl game for head coach Mark Richt with the Hurricanes. Just a few hours north of Miami, we go to the Russell Athletic Bowl. Canes taking on the Mountaineers of West Virginia. We'll take it in the first quarter. Mountaineers would strike first, in the second quarter. Skylar Howard hands off to true freshman Kennedy McCoy for the 6-yard touchdown run. That'll make it 7-0 Mountaineers, but Canes would make it even in the second as well. Brad Kyle will pass to his own true freshman, this time Amon Richards for the 51-yard score. Now check this out. Stacy Coley, his own wide receiver teammate, going to get that nice block right there in the corner just to get in that score. This is when Miami's going to kick it up a notch. Canes already adding to the lead. Kyle's going to pass to Braxton Barriers, for the 26-yard score into the end zone. Teams would go into locker room with the score 28-14. The Canes would go on to win this one 31-14. The first win in a bowl game for the Canes since 2006. The first for former Canes quarterback Mark Richt, now leading his alma mater. Down to the NFL, Cowboys fans might call this weekend's game meaningless, but don't tell that to the players. With their road to the playoffs already locked up, they're still looking to make their game against the Eagles like their season depended on it. Head coach Jason Garrett's got a lot on his shoulders this week, whether or not to play his starters, and if he does, for how long. Cowboys already clinched home field advantage in the playoffs, so you can expect to see more backups on the field, but let's just face it, if stars like Dak Prescott or Ezekiel Elliott were to get hurt, he's never going to hear the end of it. But with a long break for the boys, following this game against the Eagles, the guys just want to make sure they get every opportunity before hitting the divisional round.
Especially with the bye in the playoffs, you want to continue this momentum we have. You don't want to really take 2 weeks off and try to come back and play at the highest level of football that you've played in your whole career. So, definitely want to play, keep my rhythm going.
It's quality reps in this game against a quality team, against a quality opponent that's in our division that we'll play for years to come, and that I'll face off against. So, any reps I can get against a good team to make myself better and get some momentum going in the playoffs, I'll take it.
We got a slew of games this weekend, starting with the Sun Bowl at 1 p.m. on Friday. Stanford taking on UNC without star running back Christian McCaffrey. He's already getting ready for the NFL draft. Men's hoops, number 6 Louisville taking on Indiana. That's an early tip at 11:30 a.m. Then the women going to hit the hardwood they welcome 14th ranked Ohio State. That tip off at 2 p.m. Then we got a Sunday doubleheader in the big leagues. Houston, Texas, already with the 4th seed in the playoffs. They're taking on the Titans, the AFC South champs. Really just have to wait and see who falls into that 5th seed. If the Raiders lose to the Denver Broncos, they'll face the Texans. But if they do beat the Denver Broncos, they're already out of the playoffs. So really it's just up to the Texans to see what happens with Kansas City and Miami. That all depending on how they play out their games as well. You don't catch me on your TV screen. You can catch me on your computers, your cell phones, Twitter at PatrickKGBT, or on Facebook at Patrick Chalvire CBS4.